How's it going, guys? It's Alex here, and I found a bit of a deal and figured it'd be something fun to put on the channel. I found this through a garage sale, and I don't actually know what all is in this box aside from what's on top, but I'm gonna go through it now, and you get to kind of see the live exploration and reaction or whatever, you know, seeing what's in here. So obviously, first things first, we've got a 4-wheel parts slash body, which is cool. It's not in great shape, but it's a neat body. I've always liked that one. And with that is a 4x4 slash. We're out of room. And looks like it's got some pretty nice bits on it, actually. Nothing crazy, but it has, it needs rear drive shafts, and I think it does not come with wheels and tires. But it has a Hobbywing Quick Run BL120 and I don't know what kind of motor this is. It's got a Castle fan that's zip tied to it. Can't really tell if it's any motor worthwhile or not, but I'll dig into that. But yeah, it's a 4x4. It's got some aftermarket shocks. They look probably cheaper, maybe some eBay shocks or something. They're adjustable and big bore, but you know, who knows. It has 17 mil hex adapters in the front, so I wonder if the rears are in there. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, other than that, it looks relatively stock, but that's cool. That's a good start. Let's see, we've got one of the OG remotes, which timing wise makes sense for the 4-wheel parts body. Don't know what this is. The body is taped to it though. Extra micro stock, an X-ray speed controller. I don't know what this actually is. It's some real small scale on-road car. Oh, there, it says X-ray. This sounds familiar, I can't remember why. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Don't really know what that is, but that looks kind of cool. Got a little F430 body. Which is neat. Huh. I'm curious to see what info I can find about that. Ooh. Well, look at that. A VXL eRevo. Looks like they cut out the battery trays to fit bigger batteries, assumingly. But I have a spare chassis I could swap onto this, but it's got some nice wheels and tires. Other than that, mostly looks to be stock, but maybe this motor and AC will end up going into my Mojave Grom. That'd be interesting. It is an older model, you can tell from the body, but that's cool. Some lipos. We'll see if those are any good. Probably not. Oh wow. A bag full of parts. This is the 17 mil hex adapter set, so I wonder if the rears are in here. Oh, diff housings. That's the packaging from the Castle fan. Some spare slipper clutch stuff, spare gears, purple hexes, some extra spurs. Don't know what that's for. Maybe that's for the X-ray. More diff housings. Oh, here's the rest of the 17 mil adapter stuff up here. Oh, some steel axles, which is great because then that'll fix that. Also, the stock axles that I can put back in there too. Interesting. Cool. Red Cat receiver. And then one more bag that feels like wheels and tires in this one. Oh yeah. Got stock Revo wheels and tires. Some short course wheels, some mini Revo. Oh, 17 mil ones for the Slash. Okay. Cool. All of them short. Interesting. So, they've got, unfortunately, 3 of these for the Revo, the stock Revo wheels. 3 of these for the Slash. 4 of these knobby wheels with a 17 mil hex. But wow, yeah, this is sick. I paid $100 for all this, and I'd obviously say it's a steal of a deal. This is sick. Yeah, I'm shocked to find something cool like this at a garage sale, but here it is. And if I find any other neat stuff or any info on this Ferrari one, the X-Ray, I'll add that to this. But yeah, so that's cool. That's my little, you know, my garage sale find, 4x4 brushless Slash and Revo and X-Ray. That's cool. For $100, I'll take it. This is nice. And love to see that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna flip this Slash. I'm gonna put it back together and then list it up for sale and see what I do with the rest of it. But it's fun to get to go through this and mess around with it all. So how's it going, guys? So it's been a couple days. I've gone through the trucks I picked up, and I was gonna film some of it, but it was a lot of just piecing things together and just finding spare parts to swap out with you know, anything that's worn or whatever. But the trucks are all back together, and the car, and they're ready to go and list them up for sale. I went through and I basically just serviced them. I pulled the Revo diffs apart and shimmed them, because those are problems that are diffs that always have problems, and so at least now the new owner won't have to worry about that. And I greased it up and basically went through and made sure they're decent trucks, and tested them out and made sure everything worked on them, because obviously I don't want to sell someone a truck that doesn't work if you know, if they think it does and whatever. They look a lot better. I got them all cleaned up too, and I'm pretty excited about, you know, how they turned out. But yeah, basically we'll start with a couple things. So the shocks that were on the Slash, that seemed to be like some Amazon cheapy ones, I went through and cleaned them really thoroughly. I could pull them all apart, cleaned them, greased them, bled them, and put like decent spring rate springs on them. They actually feel super nice. So I decided I'm gonna just keep these and maybe toss them on another project, and I put some stock shocks back on the Slash. And then I got the tires mounted from that were on the Revo and swapped on some stock wheels and tires in there. So I'm gonna use these on another vehicle because I like how they look and they're brand new. But yeah, so here is the 4x4 Slash. I finished putting all the 17 mil hexes on so I could put these wheels and tires on. Since they're not wheels and tires I would want to use, so I figured I'll put them on there, and they're brand new, so whoever buys this gets a brand new set of wheels and tires with it. The body is not in the best shape, but I don't want to damage it trying to clean it anymore, but I got it, you know, good enough. So yeah, like I said, I put stock shocks on here and cleaned everything up so it's in, you know, nice working order. I have this cover piece coming. That's the only thing left for this one. I had to order one because I couldn't find one. But yeah, everything else is good. It's came out really clean. It's in great shape. Looks nice. Everything's solid. It's honestly pretty quick. Like I was driving this thing around, and I don't know what motor's in it still. I have to actually. Yeah, I think it's a cheapo motor, but it actually rips with this ESC, which is shocking because this ESC looks tiny. But I don't know. It's a lot of fun, but it's all good to go. Everything works. Everything's tested, and got it all set up with a link to the controller and everything. So this one's all done. That's the end result of that. The Mini Revo, this one I had to do a lot more to get it into a condition I was content with. But I had a spare body from one of my other Revos that was in a lot better shape than the one that was on it. And so I tossed that on there, and it looks way nicer and way more clean, and love that. I tossed a wing and wing mount on there since it did not have those. I replaced the whole chassis because the old chassis had the battery tray over here cut out for bigger batteries and was missing the vents and battery doors and stuff. So I replaced the chassis, put new battery doors and vents on it. Like I said, I rebuilt the diffs on it. I rebuilt the motor with some fresh bearings just so I know it's in good shape. And nothing too crazy though, but yeah, so this one came out real nice and clean as well. They both cleaned up super nice, but yeah, so this thing is also a blast. I've always loved how these things drive. They're so quick for what they are, and the blast. So yeah, that came out great, and that one's in all ready to go as well. Love that, and got that set up with that remote. And then this thing. So I did some research on them, and found a little info on them. But yeah, it's an X-Ray M18. It's from like the early 2000s. It's a little all-wheel drive touring car, and it's honestly a lot quicker than I expected it to be. I'm using I'm using a 2S LiPo in it, and technically this ESC is only rated to 6 volts. So I just took it for a couple of rips around the track in the basement just to see if it worked. That's part of why it was quick, but I need to get a battery for it still. But yeah, this cleaned up nice too. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I'll probably just find a battery for it and just play around with it. Parts seem to be pretty hard to find for these. So this one will just end up being like a, something to tinker with and mess around with. But that was a neat find, and this was not something I knew was in the box, so that's cool to find something actually worthwhile in the box as well. And yeah, so that's the gist of it. That's the wrap of my garage sale find. And I'm gonna go ahead and list these up for sale now and see if I get any good deal or good offers or any cool trades. See if I can, maybe trade it for something else and play with that for a bit and then flip that. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this. And no, we don't really do videos like this often, but I figure if I'm gonna be, servicing and cleaning up trucks and cars and stuff to resell and whatnot, I might as well film some of it just in case people are interested in that. So let us know what you think. If it's something you're interested in, we'll film more. If not a problem. We won't film it, and we'll just keep doing that in the background to fund more projects. So like I said, thanks again for watching, and hope you enjoyed.